This is Eric and Gord. What if we're right? Listen to the world changing.
Okay. What's going on here? All right. As long as you can hear me okay, I think we're good.
I hear you good.
All right. I don't have a pen, which I hate not having a pen. That's no good. No bueno.
Mm-hmm.
No bueno. No mas. All right, I have a pen. What kind of a pen? What is it? 24.
24th.
That's gay.
We're already almost into July.
Yeah, that sucks. We're gonna have to do some big Canada Day podcast. I haven't worked it out yet, but gotta do something big. I'll figure it out by the time we get there.
We'll just do a giant podcast of us yelling nigger.
I'll try to get Jag Meat or something. I should do that actually. I'll try to get Jag Meat or Elizabeth May or someone cool.
Yeah, just not Trudeau.
Well, I don't think he would. He'd be
No.
smart if he did.
Yeah, which means he wouldn't.
Fuck. It's way too hot in here. I'm gonna run out of beer tonight.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. Yeah, I'm just sweating buckets. It's fucking disgusting. I was gonna go buy a fan, but I didn't have time. Oh, well, let's just jump into her because I don't have much in me.
Let's do it.
Hi there. Happy Wednesday. It's June 24th, 2020. I'm Eric, talking at you as always from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. Where can someone please, for the love of God, tell me why jobs and girls are the only things that completely throw themselves at you when you've already got one?
Frustrating, isn't it?
It's absurd. It's very not good. No bueno. No bueno.
No. And the funny thing is, like you said, it's so true, too. You can't get a job. All of a sudden you get one, fucking 9 offers come in right after you get that job.
It's not been good because they're all, some of them are much better than the job I've taken. So now I got me a bunch of thinking to do and stuff. I hate that.
Yeah.
Hey, world, how you doing? Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope some of you were available on Facebook today to see this special presentation of You Suck with Eric and Gordon. It was a resounding success, I feel.
I believe so.
Very, very funny. So thank you, Alex, for the opportunity. It's always great to chat with you. He's a funny cat. I like him very much. And you guys should check out You Suck on Podbean when you're not listening to Eric and Gordon.
Fully agree. A lot of fun. Great guy. Yeah, had a lot of fun.
And the last episode is still not posted yet, so you guys still haven't heard the announcement of the new email. We're giving Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina a little bit of a break. And we are now accepting emails at LadyAntaBlowMeYouRetards@gmail.com.
Just when I didn't think you could get a better email address than Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina. This doesn't.
That's Lady ANTE. Blow me, you retards. at gmail.com.
Right now, there is somebody trying to use that as like, oh my God, I have the best email address. What do you mean it's taken? How is that taken? Who the hell thought of this?
You would be amazed how many are taken by me. So yeah, that's all I got. Buy Benjamin Hardy's book. It's been out for a week. It's still great. You should buy it. Personality isn't permanent. There's a link at ericandgord.live. www.ericandgord.live, where none of you apparently go, but I'm going to try to coerce you soon. So Alex and his show used up all my news, so I have to rely on you.
No worries.
I've got virtually nothing to talk about. I don't care about anything in the world right now. I'm too hot to give a crap.
Well, I got some great news for you. Like, good stuff to talk about anyway.
Oh, wait, I do have one story, but you go first.
Well, Zimbabwe is back in the news.
Of course. Why wouldn't it
be? The price of petrol and diesel increased by 150% in one day.
Yeah, that's what people here act like it does when it goes up 10 cents.
Right. But yeah, no, they're dealing with the real deal. I mean, 150%. Think about that.
What was the price originally, though? If it was only like 5 cents and it went up to 15 cents, that's not so bad.
No, I don't know. But in January of 2019, violent protests broke out when fuel hikes of more than 120% were introduced.
Yeah, but again, that percentage doesn't mean anything until I find out what the price is.
I have no idea what the actual gas price is. I just know
100 because if it was 10 cents and then it went up 100%, that's nothing I'm going to cry about. Yeah, that's 20 cents. Shut up. But if it was like $784 and now it's $1,500 and something, now that's a damn something to get upset about.
Let me see here. Gasoline price in Zimbabwe averaged $1.43 for US dollars per liter, and from 2017 until 2020, it's now sitting at $3.39 a liter.
Per liter. That's a little bit high.
It's a little high. It's still, I think that's still lower than Canada.
You have to remember too, there's only 333 cars in Zimbabwe, so
so those few people are fucked.
It's just them. Everyone else is rickshaws. That's true.
So there you go. So, yeah. Actually, here we go. The price for octane 95 gasoline is 28.96 Zimbabwean dollar per liter. That equals out the U.S.
28
Zimbabwe
bucks
gasoline
a liter.
prices. Yeah, 28.96 Zimbabwean dollars.
Say 29 bucks a liter. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Considering I remember people losing their minds when it hit 57 cents. That was when I was in the industry.
Yeah.
I can't imagine $29.
Yeah, it's just a tad excessive.
Yeah, I got my paycheck. You want to go drive it for 3 blocks?
Wicked. So there's that. Other big news right now. Part of the same investigation that brought in Matheson, what's his name?
Masterson, Danny
Masterson. Also brought in Ron Jeremy.
What?
Ron Jeremy.
That guy's entire life is a sex crime. Fuck, you can't charge him.
He's charged with raping 3 women and sexually assaulting a 4th.
He's charged with being Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
His lawyer, of course, is saying this is just horse shit. This guy gets laid more than anybody in the world. He doesn't need to rape anybody.
Not only that, but I've heard stories. Now, I don't know much about him, but I have heard he's just about the nicest man on the earth.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, because they even talk about on this one is like if you ever go to if you ever meet him, you want to get your picture taken. The first thing, if it's with a woman, the first thing he asks him, he says, "Where is it okay for me to touch you?"
Yeah.
First thing he'll ask, "Can I put my arm around you, my arm around your waist, around your shoulders? Can I grab your tits? What can I do? What am I allowed and not allowed to touch?" Like his first thing he asks every one of them.
I don't know this. I only have very, very third-party information on it, but I've never heard a bad word said about the man by anyone. And you would think in the porn industry, they don't pull punches. If he was fucking around, we would have heard about it by now, assume. He's the most famous guy in porn.
Yeah.
Always has been. Like, something would have come out before this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I fully agree.
I hope he doesn't get Me Too'd out of it. Like, although he's got to be close to retiring anyway. I would think.
Oh, yeah. He's
not young.
No, he's 67 years old.
Yeah.
His bail, though, is set for $6.6 million.
What's he worth?
You know what? I was just about to run. I'm going to find out. Give me a second.
He's got to be worth millions. I would say $1 billion. 500 million, I'm going to say.
No way.
Yeah. I'm saying 500 mil.
I'm going to say 50 million tops. Oh, there you go. When was this posted? Give me a second, move this thing up. Yeah, it's only showing it around his net worth was around 6 million.
Oh shit. That sucks.
Yeah. World's most prolific porn star has become the adult film's biggest name after making more than 2,200 movies.
How is it fucking 6 million?
And man, he looks just gross.
That sucks. You'd think he'd be worth a lot more than that. Porn pays good.
Yeah, it doesn't pay the guys well, though. Porn is a woman's industry right now. In the last
that's true.
X many years, almost 20 years, it's been a woman's industry.
Except they have to get fucked by guys like Ron Jeremy. So.
Yeah, that's the downside. That's why they get paid the big bucks. So yeah, it's a net worth of $6 million.
That sucks. Oh, well.
And it's not believed that he has any children. That's the other crazy thing.
Well, yeah, no, I wouldn't think. Like, if anyone knows how to avoid it, it's probably him.
It's true. So yeah, so he's let me bring some mic over here. There we go. So yeah, so the hedgehog, he's fucked. The thing is that apparently this all happened at the same bar in July of last year. But they have apparently they have some surveillance video that basically completely exonerates him.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is either just media crap and there's actually nothing going on, or it's just women being crappy, because I get the industry is too well insulated. If something happened, they could cover it up. If they wouldn't just throw Ron Jeremy under the fucking bus.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. But Ron Jeremy, there you go, buddy.
He's one of those guys, and I mean this in all sincerity. He's one of those guys, kind of like Cuba Gooding Jr., who women will throw themselves at them to get them into this position. I got raped by Ron Jeremy. Like, who would dispute that? Oh, he's a filthy porn star. Of course you did.
Yeah. No, it's true.
It's not all women. I'm not saying all women do that, but there is undeniably a certain segment of the female population that's opportunistic in that way. And they will try to get pregnant. They will try to claim rape. They'll try to do whatever they can do to avoid having to get a fucking job.
Yep.
And they don't really care that they're ruining someone's life in the meantime.
No, that means nothing to them.
Because all women are sociopaths. It's in their genetics. That is possibly an exaggeration.
Yeah. Bill Cosby's back in the news.
For raping Ron Jeremy?
No, but it is basically what it is it's kind of weird to describe, but basically the highest court in Pennsylvania is going to review the trial decision to let 5 other accusers testify. They agreed to review 2 aspects of the case, including the judge's decision to let prosecutors call the other accusers to testify. about long ago encounters with the actor and comedian. His lawyers have long complained the testimony is remote and unreliable. So they're
Probably is.
Yep. So they're probably going to be re-looking into this, and if those cases don't go through, then you can bet Cosby will be out soon.
Well, he's going to be dead soon anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But
No.
it really doesn't matter. Like, what are you going to prove? Okay, one lady, maybe her testimony was a little remote. Does that mean they're all wrong and he should be free? Of course it fucking doesn't. Stop being lawyers.
Yeah. A lawyer's job should not be there to manipulate. Should be there just to put out the fucking truth.
No, absolutely. That's the exact opposite of what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they really are scumbags. And like, why would you just let it go?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to clear his name by any means. You can't. So
no.
Why knock a couple years off his sentence? He's dead. He's 5 million years old.
Yeah. And he's sentenced to 3 to 10 years.
Yeah. He'll do probably how long's he been in now? A year?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll do the 3, and if he's not dead by then, they'll probably just let him out.
Yeah. Bring him out on a wheelchair, of course.
Yeah, because they let you out when you're on like compassionate. If you're about to die, they let you go home and die.
I would assume so.
They do it for like old mob bosses and stuff.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna get out of Cosby? He's blind. He's just crippled. He's being alive is punishment enough.
Yeah, it's I guess true.
And he's so fucked, and he's so rich that you reach a point, I've said it a million times, where you're no longer human.
Yeah.
You just have so much money you can't function like a human. It happened to Michael Jackson. It happens to everyone when they reach that level of wealth. And I think he genuinely doesn't fucking get what's going on. Nothing in his mind was wrong. And he's just like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's almost pretty sad because in a way, I almost empathize with him a little bit because it wasn't wrong when he started doing it. And now all of a sudden it's wrong. And he's like, what? I don't get it. I just did what I've always done.
Yeah. For 40 years I've been doing this. Why is it all of a sudden a problem?
Yeah, it's stupid. But it's the way it is. And I almost feel bad for him. Because, like I said, just being alive is probably punishment enough for him. He's so fucking confused and blind and crippled and just useless now.
Yeah.
So let him go home. You're not going to clear his name.
No. He's fully tarnished in that sense.
So there you go. There you go, cause.
Near Mexico got slammed with a fucking huge earthquake. Was it yesterday? I think it was.
You know, I'm getting pretty sick of Mexico's happy-go-lucky ways. It's about time something bad happened there.
They had a 7.4 magnitude earthquake that hit them.
And I bet it was dead center of the land, too. Not like everywhere else where it's offshore 100 miles.
Yeah, no.
There's right in the middle of fucking siesta.
But only 5 died.
So far.
That was at the time of the reporting. So not too bad.
750 died trying to recover those 5 bodies. I don't know how weird.
Yeah, there's a giant fire at one of the refineries right off on the Pacific coast.
By refinery, do you mean Coke manufacturing place?
I'm assuming as much, yes. Everybody's running over there and just inhaling the smoke.
I just assume when every factory or refinery or anything in Mexico, they just make drugs.
It's just
and sombreros. Like drug factory, sombrero factory, drug factory,
and guitar factory.
Taco Del Mar, Fender, Gibson, drug manufacturer.
I bet you even at the Fender shop, they got a section for drugs. This is where we make the Stratocaster. Here's the Telecaster, and here's the cocaine. And over here is where we do this.
That's probably true.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, yes, I'm with Fender's Coke division.
Yeah, they had throughout that day after the earthquake, they had more than 140 aftershocks.
Yeah, see, I think that's bullshit. I think if you have like 140 aftershocks, it means the earthquake is still happening.
Yeah,
Those aren't aftershocks. It's still happening.
it's just nowhere near as powerful as the big one. It's just reverberations.
The same people who say, "Oh, it's 7 degrees, but it feels like 8."
It's 8 degrees.
Oh, this one's had aftershocks for the last 25 years. No, those are more earthquakes. Fucking, it's just different. Fucking useless weather people. Meteorologists. Or I guess seismologists.
Seismologists, meteorologists, and NASA fucking asteroid engineers are all the same people.
How are you like a seismologist? Who just wakes up one day and is like, I want to measure shaking shit.
Maybe somebody who has the shakes and they want to feel normal.
Maybe it's people who are shaking as a baby and they just want to feel that again. They don't know why. I don't know.
Nothing would surprise me anymore.
I always thought seismologists were just people who measured Tom Sizemore as he gets fatter and fatter and fatter, but apparently not.
Although that still has to be proven. I don't know if you'll remember this, but last August, some dude in El Paso, Texas, went into a fucking Walmart, killed 22 people, wounding 24 more.
Yeah, I worked there.
Yeah,
I remember.
Well, he now faces another murder charge in the mass shooting. One of the people that has been on former life support throughout this entire time has finally died from it.
That was COVID.
No, they're blaming this one on him.
Of course they are. The one death this whole time that's non-COVID. That's whatever. After 22, does it matter? Like,
no, it doesn't.
In the States, you get like 99 years for each one.
Yeah, exactly.
So the dude's already doing 36,000 years in prison. It's like, oh, we got to get him on one more. Why? It's just like the fucking lawyers trying to get Bill Cosby off on one. These guys, oh, we got to get one. Like, prosecutors are no better. They're still fucking lawyers.
Yep.
We got to get one more on him. Go see if that one is dying. If not, fucking pull the plug. Put a pillow over her face. I want one more. Need a cool 23. I call it the Jordan.
It's fantastic. So yeah, his sentencing initially was supposed to be ending on June 30th, but it is now being put off a little bit longer so they can add in this and to ensure that he is being charged for every injury involving in it.
Well,
so
good.
I'm assuming that they're even including if somebody tripped and broke their fucking foot trying to run away, they're going to nail him for that too.
Oh yeah, well, and they should. Like this,
I fully agree.
Until they can manage to get guns under control, which they won't. They got to make the punishments harsh and stop this shit. Like, what was there 500 and something last year, 400, whatever?
Yeah.
You got to make it not so appealing to shoot everybody.
And this is a kid, by the way. He's 21 years old.
Oh yeah. Most of them are.
See the picture of him. He just looks like there's nobody inside.
There's some where you're just not surprised at all.
Yeah.
As soon as you see the picture, you're just like, how did nobody see that coming? That guy is clearly fucked.
Yeah. And that's this guy. You can just see it in his face. There's nothing left, and that's just a shell of a man right there.
I mean that in the racist possible way, by the
way. So I have some sad news for cops. It's what they need. They're going to have their segways taken away from them.
Well, thank God. Because I'm sick and tired of hearing of young black men being run over by Segways.
Too good. But yeah, basically, Segway is actually is claiming bankruptcy. They're out of business.
Gee, how are they still in business? That's the surprising part of that story.
That's what I
They're
thought.
still
Too.
fucking around. Holy
Wait,
shit.
Segway's still around? I just assumed that Segway was just making their shit for stupid American security cop movies.
I thought they only made them for BlackBerry employees.
Yeah, them too.
Because they're the two winningest companies just sticking together. I never got to try one, and I'm disappointed about that. I've never even, I was up close to one once, but I don't remember why I couldn't try it. I don't know. I think the guy was douchey and he wouldn't let me or something like that, but I've never got to attempt a Segway.
No,
It doesn't seem like something I'd be good at.
For some reason I think I have, but I don't know when or where. Maybe it was just some horrible fucking nightmare. I don't know.
I am going to make sure you get one and use it at all times as soon as I can afford it, because you just seem like a Segway guy.
Yeah, I look like a Segway guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I could just see you ripping around Milton on your Segway.
I can barely ride a bicycle.
With it'll also as the wheels turn, they'll sharpen knives.
Oh my God. Listen to this. I didn't know this. So 10 months after buying the company in 2009, British self-made millionaire Jim Heselden died after the Segway he was riding careened off a 30-foot cliff not far from his country estate of London.
And that was not declared a suicide?
It was not declared a suicide.
I guarantee he bought the company, he hopped on one, he went, what the fuck did I just buy? And he drove it off a goddamn cliff to save himself the embarrassment.
I just love all the mishaps they're talking about here. The cameraman riding the Segway ran over Usain Bolt in 2015.
Yeah, I remember that
In
one.
his victory lap.
Yeah, they're not really known for like, there's never like, oh, man saves babies from a burning building on Segway.
No.
That story is not out there. But yeah, man careens 30 feet off a cliff. For no reason, too. They just did that.
It just did that, just all of a sudden. See ya. In 2003, George W. Bush avoided injury after falling off of a Segway at his parents' summer home.
That's awesome.
It's hard to hurt yourself when you're high on fucking coke, though.
Not for that dude. He fucking almost assassinated himself with a fucking pretzel.
Man, it's funny.
And then he tried to cover it up, but he's like, no, I didn't. I just fell off my Segway.
That's all I did. Fall off my Segway. Leave me alone. Quit blaming other things. It wasn't the evildoers.
He choked on a pretzel and fell down. No, it wasn't like that.
It was the evildoers. They did it. Jessie Combs, a female race car driver, who's on August 27th of last year, died in a crash after attempting to break the land speed record.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Well, Guinness World Records has confirmed that she was the first person to break the record in more than 40 years. Her top speed of 522.783 miles per hour.
That's ridiculous.
Yep. The previous record was by American stunt woman Kitty O'Neill, whose jet-powered three-wheeled vehicle hit 512.7 in 76.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like German cars and shit that they don't tell us about that probably do 500, but they're just like testing and shit on them. They can't let people know what's going on.
Yeah, I nothing would surprise me.
There's like, it's not like BMW or anyone, but there's a whole bunch of companies you don't hear about doing shit like this. And I think it's unnecessary. I think it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, couldn't imagine the again. I love these descriptions of stuff here. The wheel failure happened when the car was moving at a speed nearing 550 miles an hour. Her death was determined as blunt force trauma to the head. You think?
Gee.
And then the vehicle burst into flames after the crash.
Yep. That's what they do. But yeah, no, blunt force trauma. Of course, you're going 500 miles an hour. At that point, like, everything is blunt force trauma.
Yeah, well, that's just it. One of those things crashes. If it's not the actual crash itself that kills you, it will be the explosion that happens immediately after or during.
At 500 miles an hour, why do you need to go 500 miles an hour?
Because humans.
What good is that? Like, oh, I could do that. You'll never be allowed to do that ever again.
No, just on these open, flat desert areas. That's it.
I don't get it. Like, there's some things, like, I'm guaranteed there's things that are possible that I just don't see the point of trying.
Yeah.
Because basically you're probably just going to die eventually. So I think maybe that's what they want, partially. Maybe it's like, okay, well, female racing is never going to be a thing. Maybe I should just go fucking out in a blaze of glory.
Now, the interesting thing is that, like I said, her record speed was 522. But yet, according to this thing, the car was moving at a speed nearing 550 miles an hour. So, it's the best of two passes. That's what it is. That's right. That's how they determine those. Never just a single pass, I don't think. I remember watching a special on that one time. So, Jesse Combs, sad you're dead, but your name is in the record books until somebody beats you. Congratulations.
Sorry, there's the Australian female racer. I think she's like the only female race car driver left. She has just quit racing to do porn.
Oh, well done.
She's very attractive, and during the COVID lockdown, there was no racing, but there was plenty of opportunities for pretty ladies to make money on the internet.
Oh.
And she started raking in so much that she's going to make a full-time job out of it. I don't remember her name, but it's really not important when you're in porn. You'll change it to something clever anyway.
Renee Gracie.
Is that the one? Oh, yeah, that's right.
It is. Of course, I can get the headline, but I can't click on the actual fucking news. There it is.
That's a good idea, probably, because it's just going to be porn, and then you're going to get distracted. Yeah, I told you.
Hot. Holy shit. Covered in tattoos, too. Wow. Well, way to go. Because I was going to say, the other chick that just died, she was fucking really cute, too.
Yeah, they always
California cute, yeah.
The hot race girls always are. They're like the parts girls. Like, you ever see an ugly Napa Auto Parts girl and they don't exist?
No, they don't. It's true.
That's because Napa only hires good-looking girls. They discriminate. And
nothing would ever surprise me.
Well, nobody wants to order parts from an ugly girl. That's just the way the world works. I don't think it's right, but that's how it is. That's just true. I don't know. I don't even have a joke for that. That's just how it goes. There's no disputing it. I'm sorry. It's just stop lying. Go to restaurants. Go to a restaurant at lunch and look at the wait staff. Go back at 6 p.m. and look at the wait staff. They always have the B team on until dinner. And if you're doing the lunch buffet, now you know.
That's it.
You're on the B team.
Three men have been arrested in Iran for trying to sell two babies on Instagram.
Were they? Please tell me it was Ted Danson and Steve Gutenberg and whoever else was in Three Men and a Baby.
No, it was not.
That would be fucking brilliant if the guys from Three Men and a Baby. Oh, it was Magnum P.I., wasn't it? Yeah, it was too.
Was it? Is that who it was? Tom Selleck?
Tom Selleck. That's right. There's Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, and Steve Guttenberg caught selling a baby together. That would be wicked, especially in Iran. Why are you in Iran? I'm trying to sell a baby. So, sorry, carry on.
The babies were being bought for up to $500 and then were being resold for between $2,000 and $2,500.
That's it?
That's it.
Fuck, I've got enough to buy a baby right now, I think.
One of the guys arrested allegedly said that he was getting babies from poor families and handing them over to families who could provide a better future, is what he would tell them. And then he's really just putting one thing and just selling them off.
Well, yeah, of course. That's what they always do.
Yeah.
If you're selling it, well, first of all, if you're selling your baby, you don't really give a shit. Like, you don't need assurances it's going to a good. You don't care at that point. No. You're selling your fucking baby, so don't even pretend you give a shit about it at that point. But really, in case you're curious, they're always just being sold into something horrible. Yeah. It's prostitution, or they're being sold to Seth Green for fucking entrees at his next shindig.
Gross.
Like, your baby's never being sold into like, oh, he's in the circus and then he's going to become a star. Like, no. Well, it's Michael Flatley was once a baby sold in Iran. No, that doesn't happen. They just turn into horse. Yeah.
These aren't the kids that get sold to Angelina Jolie.
No. And even those ones are probably just being eaten right now by someone famous. Or they're being marinated for 4th of July.
Beat them up a little bit, tenderize that up a bit.
Well, that's why they're in Catholic school first.
That's right. Pre-tenderizing.
Gross. Fuck you, Angelina Jolie. I don't know why this is your fault, but it is. You made baby buying too attractive. You and Madonna.
You remember that I know we sort of briefly talked about this, but there's a little bit more going on with this now. The quote-unquote noose found in Bubba Wallace's race car.
How black are you when your name is fucking Bubba Wallace? That Bubba is Wallace. Wicked black guy name. Oh yeah, noose. I didn't really hear much about the story. I just heard he was dealing with it really well.
Yes. Well, turns out that the noose was nothing more than the rope used to lift up and close the garage door.
Okay.
And an investigation is now going into why anybody ever would have thought it was anything more than that, and looking to as a misleading the public or public nuisance charge. And
nuisance. That's funny.
And possibly even larger because of this. Because they just think that this whole thing was actually... They fully believe that Bubba Wallace was innocent on this.
But someone just... Yeah, well, it's
somebody
a good
did
opportunity.
This. Yeah, somebody very specifically, let's do this as almost like a gag, and it kind of went too far.
How is it that in all the fuck that's going on right now, NASCAR is the most rational fucking organization with the best answers? Like, just, we're going to investigate this and fucking... Yeah. I don't know. That's weird. Like, everyone else is covering up and pointing fingers and being all weird. And no, NASCAR is the ones who make sense.
It's a strange thing. Very, very strange.
But yeah, I kind of thought that story was a little too convenient. But then it's NASCAR people. Like, nothing surprises me. So
no, exactly. I love the fact that there's a lot of NASCAR fans that are they're going to like boycott because they're taking down the Confederate flag. So they're trying to boycott it. I'm thinking, if you boycott it, that just means other race fans get to go. You'll make no difference. You will make no difference whatsoever.
And they're still flying the white flag every race, which is what the Confederates did in the end anyway. So that's cool.
You should be thankful for that.
That's one Confederate flag you see every time you're there. The surrender in one.
So good. I'm so gonna remember that one.
So I don't know why you're crying. News. That's such a fucking let's go put a noose in Bubba Watson's car. Then people are gonna blame the NASCAR. What? It's like just such a bad prank. Even as a prank, it's stupid.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm so pissed you guys didn't hire me, by the way, NASCAR. This doesn't let you off the hook, but so
just letting you know.
Just letting you
I just one of the things that I kind of spoke about on the You Suck podcast today. This whole cancellation bullshit of people coming against people from 20 years ago for some bullshit comedic thing they did. I'm done. I'm done with it.
I was done before it started.
Yeah, which I was too, but it's now, like I said, it's just people are just stretching so hard, doing anything they can to find anything on anybody, just to be able to point the finger and say, "Hey, look, white people are fucking evil."
And it's people who are trying to matter. Like Winona Ryder. When was the last fucking time she mattered? So how do I get in the news for 15 minutes? Oh, I'm gonna fucking pull out some random shit Mel Gibson said at a party one time.
Yeah.
It's never like no one important is doing this to people.
No, not at all. That's what makes the whole thing is fucked. It's just, like I said, Jimmy Kimmel's under shit right now because in 90 fucking 4, I think it is, he had done or 96. He did a Christmas album imitating Snoop Dogg's voice on the track for this Christmas album.
Did you ever watch The Man Show? It was nothing but racist, misogynistic, horrible shit.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't news. Kimmel did something bad on that. It was a horrible fucking bad show. It's funny as all hell, but if that's like, it's not, you can't get mad at him 25 years later as if it's some big fucking surprise.
Yeah.
The whole show was based around.
That's just it. That's just, again, see, me, that's just what's fucking stupid about this. The post that was put up on YouTube of where Jimmy Kimmel did a skit in quote-unquote blackface, which he wasn't. He was actually portraying himself as a well-known basketball player. Yeah. So he was just dressed up as the basketball player.
Of course.
Nobody yells at him for being a black arm. It was just because his face was painted fucking brown. But the headline for it is Jimmy Kimmel in blackface mocking black people. Very racist clip. No, and no. Like, there's just nothing true. There's just nothing true about that whatsoever.
No, and all this shit online. That's how it goes. You see these little, but that's all people need to read.
Yep.
And then they won't watch the clip. They'll just get to Facebook and start bitching about Kimmel.
Yep.
And
that's right.
I don't think you're going to be able to. Well, fuck. I've been wrong before about that. I don't think you can kill Kimmel. He's a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood, but
well, he has decided he is taking this summer off to be with his family. So he's not doing his show from home or doing that. He's taking the summer off.
Well, I absolutely guarantee I'll hear more about this because I listened to his best friend and writing partner, every night for at least 3 hours. And I'm sure he's got some shit to say about it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt. Like, this article, I don't want to read this anymore. This article is fucked because they're saying Jimmy Kimmel was always right there, front and center, egging on cancel culture. He wasn't egging them on, he was mocking them. Like, he was mocking cancel culture. That's what he's been doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't follow Kimmel, so I don't like that style of show. Nothing against him. I just don't like talk shows. They're stupid. Yeah. But I don't know. I can't comment on what Kimmel does or doesn't do. I guess now, but I know he's very, very big and popular, and I will report back to you on anything that Corolla has to say about it tonight.
Yep, I'll be very interested to know what he's got to say about it.
Because he's getting a free pass on all this. I guess it's because he's not famous enough, but
that's the thing. There has to be a level of famous in order for you to get your shit brought into this.
Of course, he very famously got sued for hundreds of millions of dollars for a bullshit copyright thing. So
yeah, didn't work though, did it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Almost ruined his life.
I thought he got cleared on all that though, didn't he?
No.
Oh, I mean, I thought he did.
There's nothing to clear. Someone patented a fucking thing that he did that wasn't patented, and then sued his ass off for violating it.
Oh.
And it was just, and he thinks his lawyers were in on it because he just paid and paid and paid. And, but anyway, that happens quite a bit. I'm just saying he's free on all. I don't get why. Like the Man Show was a two-way thing. Anything Kimmel did, Corolla did right with him. Not that I want to see anything bad happen to Corolla, but it's the only other podcast I like.
Yeah.
I don't mean that, Alex, and the few others who I like.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
But, okay, back to your original point, because that went way too Kimmel. Yeah, this whole cancel culture, which I hate that term, too. Fuck off with that. It just bugs me. I don't like terms that, like, that's just too, what is that called?
That's what I'm looking for here.
Alliteration. That's what, you know, when it's like words that start with the same letter.
Yeah, yeah.
Cancer culture. Fuck you. I hate alliteration. Why do like titles? Just why do we have to give everything a fucking title? Well, so they can make headlines on fucking Facebook, I guess. But,
that's exactly right. So they can hashtag it.
But really, you can, like I said about the English language, if we stop using every word that's got a negative connotation, we'll end up with 7 words left. And like you said, it'll be you're racist. I know. I hate myself. I hate me more. Bye. And same thing with if we start digging into everybody's past and find one bad thing they fucking said to Winona Ryder one time, we'll cancel everybody. We'll just have no entertainers left, except for fucking YouTubers.
Yeah, that's not going to help anybody.
Everybody's done something regrettable in their past. Every single person in the world has done something. Well, they've done something regrettable. Whether they regret it or not is different. But you can do this to anybody. Somebody's got a story about everyone. And what's the end? What do you gain from it? If Mel Gibson never gets to do another movie again, what does Winona Ryder gain? Where's your, like, what do you get from that? Nothing. Now you just look like a fucking vindictive piece of shit who ruined an old guy's life for no reason. He didn't Bill Cosby. He fucking made a actually really sort of clever joke. You can't. I didn't want to laugh at it, but I didn't say it on Alex's show. But come on, you can't say everyone had a good laugh before Winona ran off crying. That's just damn funny. And that's the thing. Most of these people who are canceling people, it's not because they're mad at what they said. They're mad at themselves for laughing at what they said. And that's their whole thing. Their own guilt. They're like, how dare you make me laugh at that? I'm going to ruin your career for being such a racist.
Right? That is exactly what it is.
It's kind of the same mentality that goes into homophobia. It's like, I hate you because I'm gay, so I'm going to pretend my fist is a dick and pound you until I don't hate you anymore.
Yeah, I fucking hate this planet.
Just stop it, everybody. What are you doing? What are we solving with any of this shit? Let's go pick on the people who are occupying Seattle. Leave Mel Gibson alone. Get the fucking hipster douchebags out of Seattle.
Yeah, let's start with them. By the way, there was a shooting and a death there in that new thing in Seattle.
Surprising.
Yeah. No charges are being laid, though, as it stands.
If it was a white cop and a black kid, I swear to God, I'm never doing this show again.
It wasn't. It was two white people that shot each other. Or one white guy that shot another white guy.
Did he think he was black?
Arguing over, I believe the argument was over, I don't have the article in front of me, but I believe the argument was over something like, you're not allowed to be here.
Which Starbucks is better?
Yeah.
No way, man. The one on 57th is way better. It's not, dude.
Fuck you, man.
I will shoot you in the face with my gun.
Nobody makes a better half-calf, half-calf mocha latte better than the one on Fifth Avenue. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, the non-violent, leaderless movement lasted all of, 12 hours?
Yeah.
And that's just the one that got reported. I'm sure there's all kinds of nefarious shit going on in there.
Oh, yeah. There's that fucking priest who just walked up and they beat the shit out of him for fucking setting foot on the land. It's just amazing.
That's what happens when you don't have a leader.
That's right. That's right. This is what their version of anarchy is going to look like. A bunch of uneducated idiots that are just think that they can get away with and do whatever they want to anybody and have zero repercussions.
I think the cops are pretty smart in letting them go. And just the cops brought in the barricades, barricaded it off for them, put up the concrete barriers instead of the shit that they had set up there. And I think the cops know they're just going to sit there and fucking shoot each other until there's nobody left. So let's just leave them alone. They're like,
and when they come to that fucking barricade, bang, we want out. Get the fuck back in there.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere. Get the fuck back in there. You wanted this.
You got a large portion of the rioters under control in a burned out area. Why would you not support that? Instead of them moving on to another part of the city to destroy.
Yeah.
Now they're all in one spot where you can keep an eye on them, and they're all clearly just going to rub each other out. Yeah. They're like the fucking ants in the thing. We could build an ant ladder, or we could just fucking cannibalize each other. That's what they'll do. They're like fucking rats. They will cannibalize each other in there.
I love how often you reference the ant ladder thing. The best news story I've ever brought to this show.
One of definitely.
8 suspects that were allegedly involved in the theft of nearly $1 million worth of gold in Zimbabwe have had their bail revoked after the High Court judge found that the co-accused faked his death to abscond from trial.
In their defense, they were just trying to fill their gas tank, man.
Right. Like that $1 million right now would get them what? A couple of things of bread, maybe some milk, and half a tank of gas. That's it.
Get the 89, stupid. What are you doing?
Don't do steal it. We don't need the 95.
You filled it with 95? Now we got to go steal $1 million worth of gold. You fuck. We'll do that next time. Really, this is not news. A bunch of shit's going to get stolen in Zimbabwe until you bring your fucking prices down. That's how money works. People will, once they run out, they will find a way to get more. And it always involves stealing.
No, to give an idea about how fucked people are financially there, their bail is set for $300.
Yeah.
$300, and they know they're never going to get out with that $300 bail set on them.
No, because $300 is impossible to come by, and that'll be $750 by tomorrow. So
yeah, exactly.
Which I don't understand how everything's increasing there when the stock market fucking plummeted today. Like
did it?
Oh yeah, huge. Took a big tumble. The TSX just shit the bed on me. Not just on me. I mean, the whole market went down. That's why I was like, looking at mine going, gee, I wonder what's going on here. It's like, oh, yeah, there we go. More stuff. It's just stuff. I just throw money away all day long.
That's it. That's all you do.
That's my whole life. But yeah, it's weird that, like, I don't know what they're doing, like falsely inflating their prices to what end. I don't get how that benefits them.
Well, it benefits somebody.
Yeah, well, of course, but he's about to be overthrown because they just have coups all the time. And then that guy, whoever led the coup, he gets to sit on the chair, and then he goes all fucking corrupt, and then they have another coup.
Move on to the next one.
It's like 4 coups in between every election.
Oh,
what
man.
a fucked up place. The
Go
other
ahead.
one of the ones that we're supposed to hate is in kind of the same boat. Syria or Libya, one of them. I think it's Syria. That very similar situation.
Oh,
where they overthrew their leader and put in another one, and he's just as fucky fuck as the one they overthrew.
See, and this is why I say it just doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
They're all anybody who wants the job is corrupt. It's just that.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That I will agree with.
And then as soon as you put somebody who doesn't want the position in, they become corrupt.
Well, that's why you gotta
put him in for a
system.
year, shoot him. Put another guy in for a year, shoot him. You're only allowed a 1-year run.
You have to change the system.
Yeah.
Well, you're absolutely right. It's just like me always saying I would never join a club that would have me as a member.
You want me as a member? Yep, not joining you.
Same thing with politicians. Anyone who wants to be a politician, they raise their hand, just fucking shoot them right then and there.
There, yeah. Put the world out of its misery right then and there.
Oh, good. There's a new message from Q today.
Oh, is there? Uh-oh. While you're reading that, a whole bunch of former prosecutors are questioning the government's handling of a case against 2 lawyers that were hit with charges that could put them in prison for nearly 50 years for torching an empty New York City police vehicle last month. So 2 young Brooklyn attorneys are facing counts that could carry at least 45 years in prison if they are convicted on all counts, including conspiracy.
Should have read your law books a little better, huh, kids?
And that's exactly it, because the federal prosecutor said the court in a written brief to reject the government's efforts to keep them behind bars as they wait trial, calling it contrary both to the law and to our collective decades of experience. But they're like, these lawyers in particular, who had every reason to know what they were doing wrong, did what they did.
Oh yeah.
They know the law. They know exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. There's no excuse.
Nope.
So, fuck you. The only thing I'm not reading anywhere on this thing is where it's stating that they're black, because that's the only thing I'm assuming. If they're white guys, this wouldn't even hit the fucking news. Nobody would care.
I got no sympathy for lawyers breaking the law. That's stupid.
Yeah, agreed.
If you know better, you get nothing from me.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show that the snotty little rich kids who grow up and go to law school, they're just as fucking stupid as everyone else.
Yeah.
You little yuppie fucks who think you're better than everybody, and then you're just out fucking torching cars too. And then you become politicians, you fucking idiots. I don't want a race war. I don't want that at all, but I definitely think a class war is in order.
Yeah. I love the lawyer's story is amazing. They're saying that they found a lighter, a Bud Light beer bottle filled with toilet paper and and a gasoline tank.
Oh yeah, I trip over those all the time.
Yeah. You just happened to find them in the back of a minivan.
Yeah, of course.
Who was driven by a 32-year-old corporate attorney.
Yeah, I carry around Molotov cocktails all day. You never know when you're going to need one. Just to light a cigarette or whatever. They would have been better off saying they were so upset about the price of gas in Zimbabwe that they had to make a statement. That's my excuse for everything now. Eric, why are you doing that? Do you know how much gas is in Zimbabwe? Shame on you. And I just walk away.
Mic drop.
Exactly. Follow it with a Greta.
Dare you? How dare you? And then run away. Or walk away. Saunter away all happy.
I actually keep her on standby in my pocket all day. And I don't say it at work. She does about 700 times a day.
Every time a customer walks up to you, excuse me, I have a question. How dare you? Walk away.
Oh, it's great. And they don't know. They have no idea, especially because I'm new, right? So no one knows how to take me. You're doing this shit on your third day. They think you're weird.
Which is perfect. They keep their distance. Fuck that bitch.
I wish that some of the things I said weren't true. Sometimes.
Yeah. That's very that statement is very true. There's a lot of stuff I wish that we'd said on the show that didn't turn out being true. That'd be terrible. That is terrible.
It's funny.
But yeah, so that's all the news I got.
That is all the news we need. That was a lot of news. And it all boils down to one simple, encompassing factor, which is America is full of fucking weirdos. And what's going on now is this is the second fucking flood right now. This is like Noah and his ark are not the fucking thing in Seattle. But,
no, Noah's parked his ark in Canada because he knows it's safe.
This is the flood, and it's going to wipe out a lot of shit in America. Some good is going to have to go with it, but I don't see a hell of a lot of good in that country right now anyway.
I still say we need to convince Trump to build a wall between Canada and the U.S. Really tall, really thick, very powerful wall.
He can't afford it, or he would.
No, he wants it on the Mexico border starting.
Yeah, but he's the one who's fucking put his foot down, and he's not allowing the Canadian border to open.
And he's also putting tariffs on Canada, by the way.
Back on
aluminum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Threatening Canada with some bullshit or other. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I tell you, it's going to be, that's the next big one you want me to talk about. July 1st is going to be a fucking disaster.
Mm-hmm.
And any concessions that we won in the negotiations for this, whatever you want to call it, the what did I call it? The fuck, I don't remember. The new NAFTA. Anyway, any concessions that we won, he's going to claw back right now. That's why the border's not open. It's got nothing to do with fucking COVID. Truck drivers are by themselves fucking 23 hours a day. They're not driving COVID back and forth across the border. It's got nothing to do with that. He's not completely retarded. He knows what he's doing when it comes to fucking people out of money.
Yeah, there's no denying.
July 1st, you're going to see a whole lot of bullshit going on and all kinds of everything. We got those tariffs taken off. Those tariffs are back. That's just a tiny little bit. Anything that we won in those negotiations will be gone in the next couple of weeks. He'll find whatever excuse. And he doesn't respect Justy. He's been very clear about that.
Yep.
And what are we going to do about it? Really? What's Justin going to do?
Nothing. He can't even get two guys back from China, for Christ's sakes.
He'll be very disappointed. We're very disappointed in Mr. Trump.
Right? I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, and no one gives a shit if the little Canadian is disappointed.
No.
If you'd listened to me 12, 18 months ago and put your foot down and said, I'm not a fucking pansy, you would have done yourself a lot of good. But now here we are. And everyone knows you're a pansy. And no one's going to respect you. We didn't lose our Security Council seat because our military is not big enough. We lost it because you're a fucking pansy.
Yep.
And the world knows it. And they go, what is he going to contribute? Nothing. Because he's the second coming of Michael Flatley. I don't know why that guy's on my brain tonight. But And I'm not saying that to be particularly mean to you, Justin. I just think you had an opportunity and you squandered it completely. And you could have even 6 months ago, you and Beard could have put your foot down and done something. You had an opportunity to take over the fucking world because it would have been the perfect time to sweep in and fucking show China that we've got some big ass Canadian balls. But you didn't. You puffed out, and now we got nothing. You put all your cards on the table way too fucking early.
Yeah.
And they're all rainbowy and fucked.
I would love to play poker with him. I could take him for every penny he has.
Absolutely. Well, he'll be another one like fucking Kardashian, show up wearing mirrored glasses.
I fucking hate our leader. I hate everything right now. Oh, by the way, you know that Chaz, it's not called Chaz anymore, that thing?
Yeah,
it's Chop.
Chop, yeah.
Capitol Hill organized protest.
Yeah.
Because they realized Chaz just sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah. I think CHOP stands for cunt heads on patrol.
Yes. I think you're absolutely right.
Cunt head is a good word. I just made that up now, but I'm going to start using it.
Children opposing people.
Yeah, it's stupid. And they're going to die. Wait, I had something I wanted to talk about, and I don't remember what. Oh, yeah. There's no point getting into it now. It's too far gone.
You sure?
Yeah, no, it's just there's a company. I don't want to name the company because I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but it sounds like Mome Repo.
Okay.
They have just put out an order to their staff to use non-gender specific pronouns at work.
Okay.
So now the staff is ordered not to use he or she or sir or ma'am. You have to use a gender neutral thing when addressing people.
You know what? I think if I ever work for a company and they said that, the statements that would be coming out of my mouth, hey, you, it would be so derogatory and so low. I'm sorry, I can't say hi, ma'am. I'm not allowed to say that. So it's all gonna be a point to a person with real disdain. We're going, you.
I think that's allowed though. That's perfectly fine. You just can't assign a gender to that you.
That's pathetic.
The best experience I've had in my life so far was at my former employer, where someone identified as they preferred to be called they, but their name was Vane. So for like the first 2 weeks, I'm like, yeah, that guy. And they're like, no, they. And I'm like, yeah, Vane. Yeah. I just couldn't hear it right. So I'm fucking deaf in one ear. So they kept saying they. I thought they just kept repeating his name. I'm like, I know his fucking name. No, their name. What? Oh, shit. I am a fucking giant asshole. Literally like 2 weeks before I figured that out. And then I'm like, wow, I am such a piece of shit. All this time I thought they were just saying his name. And I kept saying I know his name.
Yeah. I know his name. I know what his name is.
Yeah, just fucking God. Yeah, I'm the worst of what I preach against sometimes. But there's a story about that, but I'll tell you off the air. Anyway, I just thought it was weird that a company would do that. I don't think it's progressive. I think it goes in the wrong direction, actually. But it's the first I've heard of a company other than the government who has ordered that of their staff.
Yeah.
And considering most of the staff at Home Depot are like COVID victim age, they're not wrapping their minds around this anytime soon.
No.
Old people work at Home Depot is what I'm saying, in case you guys are missing that. It's old people. It's all old people. And I'm going to put an end to this show because I'm babbling like an idiot because I'm tired and Gord's getting quieter by the minute.
Yep.
So tomorrow night we've got a massive interview with a fascinating character. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm hoping I'm not too late for it. Until then, do whatever the fuck you want tonight, but take care of each other.
Don't take care of each other. Everybody should die. Except for our listeners. You get another week.
And Steven Seagal.
No, he should definitely die.
No, he's good. He should kill Winona Ryder.
Well, yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
I'm going to stop recording now. Anybody feels the need to kill Winona Ryder, send me a email. Lady Anta, blow me your retards and let me know what you did. Have a good night.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged to obtain professional legal and medical services.